about mergers and acquisition. What comes to your mind when you hear the word mergers and acquisition? Anybody? Yes, Marinette? Kailan ba akong hindi mapipili?
Ay, ako! Ayoko naman! Pagod na ako sumagot sa kayo ng problema ng iba. Pwede mo sila naman?
Merger. Bakit ito yung lalaki kasi isang tao kasi may kailangan ka sa kanya? Ganun naman, di ba? Lalapitan ka lang kung may kailangan ka. Tapos, kapag hindi ka na niya kailangan, iiwanan ka na lang din niya.
No, I don't get it why other people need to associate themselves with another. If they only think of themselves anyway. I'm fine alone. I'm stronger alone. Simula ngayon, ako na lang.
Eh, syempre, paano ka makikipag-merge kung wala kang makukuhang benefit? Ano yun? For love? There's no such thing as love in the business world. Only profits and more profits.
Okay, class, stop it. I'll just discuss. Puro kayo mga hugot. Ano ba naman kayo? So first, we have to differentiate the different kinds or the basic types of business combination. First, we have the consolidation and the merger. Sa consolidation, makikita nyo, there is company A and then there is company B and they will both form company C. In short, madidissolve si company A and then si company B to form a new one which is company C. You can also call it as statutory consolidation. Wherein yun nga, nawawala na yung character ni company A and ni company B rather, para mabuo naman si company C. Next, for the merger, we have company X and then company Y. Company X stands as the acquiring company and company Y stands as the target company. So, all in all, pag nag-merge yung dalawang company, magsasama lang sila, pero they will both be under the control of company C. In short, in company X rather. In short, magkakaroon lang ng additional control sa company X over company Y's business transaction. Pero all in all, they still have their legal identity. As for acquisition, what do you know about acquisition? Anybody?
I know that. Yan yung sasama ka lang sa isang company para maging under ka ng control niya.
Ba? Who would want to be under anybody's control?
Siyempre kasi, pag hindi mo na kaya, kailangan mo yung ibang tao nandyan para sa'yo. Yung handang nandyan lang para sa'yo, hindi ka iiwan kahit anong mangyari.
Bakit hindi mo ba kaya mag-isa? Pinangalan ka na mag-isa, so why can't you live on your own?
Hindi naman kasi sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay kaya mo. Minsan, kahit anong gawin mong pagkakaya, darating at darating ang oras na hindi mo nakakayanin. Kaya masarap sabihin yung may mga tao nandun sa'yo, para sa'yo, yung ma-appreciate ka kahit anong mangyari.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Wait, ma'am. So, if that is the case, is acquisition a merger or consolidation?
Acquisition is a kind of merger. Since, in this example, si company X, iti-take over niya si company Y, therefore, yung shares of stock ni company Y, magiging under na ni company X. Therefore, it is under merger. So, since puro hugot naman yung ginagawa niya, I'll just discuss. So, again, we have two parties in a merger and acquisition. We have the target company and the acquiring company. In this case, which do you think is the target company?
Company Y.
Yes, it is company Y since X will just take over company Y's shareholders' equity or the equity part. Merger itself is also called as takeover since company X literally takes over company Y. Then next we have different types of mergers based on endorsement. We have hostile takeover and friendly transaction. In hostile takeover, it is when the board of directors of a company did not agree on the merger being proposed to them. Meanwhile, in a friendly transaction, it is the board of directors who is the one who suggested the mergers or the acquisition that will happen. So now we have the different economic classifications of business combination. We have the horizontal, vertical, and conglomerate business combination. As for horizontal, under horizontal, ina-acquire mo yung competitor mo. A great example would be Jollibee and Chowking and then Mang Inasal. So, di ba, same line lang sila ng business, pare-pareho. Ultimo yung ina-offer nila, chicken din. Almost the same silang lahat. So, in-acquire ng Jollibee Food Corporation yung Chowking, yung Mang Inasal, para mas mabawasan yung competitor. Sabi nga nila, if you can't beat them, own them. So, yun yung ginawa ng Jollibee Food Corporation. He acquired the shares of stock, majority shares of stock under Chowking and then under Mang Inasal. So, next, we have the vertical integration. Under vertical, ina-acquire niya naman yung, hindi naman yung competitor niya, kundi yung either the supplier or the customer itself. Next, lastly, we have conglomerate. Under conglomerate, you acquire a business that is not of the same line as yours. So, para mas madali natin siyang matandaan, kapag industry, ang company nag-acquire within the same industry, nag-acquire siya within the same industry, tapos competitor niya, it is a horizontal since paganyan siya. Meanwhile, kapag naman in-acquire ka ng either yung manufacturer, nag-acquire siya ng isang customer na nagtitinda doon sa industry, o kaya yung industry nag-acquire siya ng nag-manufacture ng mga products na binibenta niya para mas mapamura siya, it is vertical since paganyan yung shape niya. Next, kapag naman nag-acquire ka ng isang company that is not within the same industry as yours, so it is conglomerate since pagsasamahin mo yung dalawa. So, para mas madali siya maintindihan. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Pero saan pa? Kahit gano'n ko naman ipaintindi sa'yo, hindi mo naman ako naiintindihan. Hoy! Hoy! Tinatawag-tawag mo sila yung mga ako!
Ano ba, miss?
Ba't di mo ako pinapansin? Kaya bakit nagtatawag ah?
Ano ba kasi yun?
Kaya mo pa kasi ako pinapansin kay ma?
Anong pinapahiya? Eh, ako nga itong hindi pinayagan mong humiri.
Eh ba? Siyempre. Bakit? Ako ba magbibigay sa'yo? Ako ba mag-a-adjust para sa'yo?
O wala, naman kung lalaki ni kahit hindi nyo nararamdaman yung nararamdaman namin.
Lalim ng hugot na yun ah.
Bakit? Ito naman, di ba? Kami yung nitid eh. Kami yung sorry. Kami rin yung nanuluyo. Society natin.
Sorry kung may isip mo na kailangan mo sumunod ng standard ng society na sinabi ko.
Kaya hindi mo ako.
So, good morning, class. For today, we will discuss about the different motives for a business combination. Can somebody give me some motives for a business combination? Miss Cruz, where are you going? Kaka-start pa lang ng klase natin Bakit tumatayo ka na agad?
So, CR ko, kailangan ko ba talaga magpaalam? Bakit yung ex ko bigla na lang akong iniwan? Di man lang nagpasabi. Kung alam mo laro-laro lang, edi sana nag-uniform ako.
Well, will you answer my question? Can you give a motives for a business combination?
Wow, talagang lahat may motibo na ngayon. So, ma'am, I'll give you one more. The first motive why business merges because they want to perform better in their industry. The first motive is synergy.
How about your Kadimbal? Can you give me another motive for a business combination?
Mom, I think it's diversification. So, a firm with diversified operations is more stable than a company that does a single thing. So, we could say that a firm is generally less risky than a company in just one business when risk is defined as variation in financial market.
How about for economies of scale? This is a
Ma'am, it entails that horizontal mergers can maintain larger company that produces a lower cost than any of the merging organizations created. This means, ma'am, that it is less costly to be involved in horizontal integration than in vertical integration or conglomerate integration because in horizontal merger, the companies are in the same kind of business and operations. With this, they have the same or common machineries and equipment. Therefore, they can produce at an optimum level without the need of acquiring another machineries and equipment. Okay, thank you.
Can someone give another motive? Yes, Mr. Javier?
Growth. In terms of growth, companies can grow either internal or external. Internal growth occurs when firms grow by selling more in the current business or starting in a joint venture. It tends to increase the market share, sales revenue, and the profits of the present products or services. While external growth occurs when one company acquires another company.
Mr. Vizcaida, why are you late?
Ma'am, sorry po ah. Ang hirap po kasi pagsiksikan yung sarili ko sa isang bagay o sa isang lugar na punong-puno na.
Muhugot ka pa dyan. Can you give me a motive for a business combination?
Ma'am, isa pong motive ng business combination is yung sa pag losses po ay hindi po siya pwedeng taksan. Kasi parang sa love lang po yan. Ba't mo hihingan ng contribution ng isang tao na hindi naman kayang magbigay?
Okay, fine. You may take your seat.
Guaranteed sources and markets, and acquiring assets cheaply. Under the guaranteed sources and markets, of course, ma'am, both the acquiring and acquired company have already established strong relationship with its suppliers and markets. So, therefore, both companies will no longer have difficulties in searching for their suppliers. So, while in acquiring assets cheaply, a firm in need of certain assets can sometimes get them by buying a company that already owns them.
Okay, so who can give the last motive for a business combination? Yes, Ms. Aguado.
Ma'am, the last would be ego and empire. So, although it's impossible to prove, powerful people at the top of large organizations sometimes seem to make acquisitions for the sake of making their empire larger. Critics maintain that empire building is behind many mergers that don't seem to make sense otherwise. Hence, empire building is just to gain more power.
Thank you. So you have mentioned the different motives for a business combination. Para mas madali siya matandaan, we have this acronym, DEGSGATE. So we have diversification, economies of scale, growth, synergy, guaranteed market, acquiring assets cheaply, tax losses, and then we have the empire and ego. Next, we will go to the problem solving. So we have this problem. Grandma's Cookies Incorporated is considering acquiring Mother's Baked Goods Incorporated. After consideration of all benefits, synergies, and tax effects, Grandma estimated that the incremental cash flow from the acquisition will be about $150,000 per year for 15 years. She also estimated that the project's discount rate, risk-adjusted, is 12%. Mother's is a privately owned firm with 20,000 shares outstanding. Grandma is confident that the owners will sell for 50 pesos per share. So, should Grandma acquire? So, in answering this problem, first titignan muna natin yung makukuhang benefit ng acquirer. In this problem, we have 150,000 per year. Pero yung 150,000, so for 15 years mo siya makukuha. So, we have to get the present value of the 150,000 for the next 15 years. Para mas madali natin makompute yung present value niya, we have to use the present value factor annuity. So, our formula will be, so we have 150,000, the future cash flow that is estimated to cash in for the acquiring company. Then we have the present value factor annuity. We have to use annuity since yung 150,000 is makukuha mo siya yearly. So, parang sa installment lang yan. Yearly ka magbabayad. In this case, yearly may inflow ka ng cash. Then, we have to use the discount rate of 12% as given by the problem then for 15 years. So, we have 150,000 multiplied by 6.81. So, the present value of all future cash flows that will enter for the acquiring company for the next 15 years would be 1,021,630 pesos. Pero, ang sabi dito, since per share basis siya, i-divide natin yung halaga ng 1,021,630 sa number of shares outstanding. So, makuha mo yung halaga ng per share ngayon. So, cash ng present value kasi para makuha natin yung value ng shares ngayon. So, we have 1 million over 20,000. So the present value of each shares of stock of Mother's Baked Goods is 51.8 pesos. So according to the problem, Grandma is confident that the owners will sell for 50 per share. Kung kayo ba is stockholder ng Mother Baked Good na Baked Goods Incorporated na nagkakahalaga ngayon ng 51.8 pesos per share, ibibenta nyo ba siya sa halagang 50 pesos? I think not. Kasi pwede pa kung mag-increase as time passes. Pero yung present value niya today, 51. Then bibilin lang siya sa'yo ng 50. So parang kulang pa. So, as for this problem, I think Mother's Baked Goods will not allow the business combination to happen. So did you understand this one?
Yes,
ma'am. Okay, so I'll dismiss you early, but I have to give you some assignments.
Assignment na naman, ma'am. Grabe naman. Bigyan mo naman kami ng time para sa iba namin subject. Puro na lang kayo!
Oo na, ako na naman yung dapat magbigay. Lagi naman ako yung nagbibigay eh. Kahit sobra-sobra na yung binibigay ko, kulang pa rin para sa kanya. Lagi naman ganun ba? Pag siya naman yung nagbibigay, kahit kulang, okay lang?
Nandito ko na expression para sa buhay na naging bayaran. But don't worry, we are prioritizing over our other principles. No, kailan ito pag-usapan? Hindi niyo ako babayaran. I have given you enough time para mabayaran ko. How about the trade? Giving niyo ang maturity shares na company natin. Baka niyo ibawas ang utang natin doon. Let's just arrange a meeting next week.
Time, I've been passing time, watching trains go by. All of my life, lying on the sand, watching seabirds fly, wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Something's telling me it might be you. It's telling me it might be you. All of my life, looking back as lovers go walking past. All of my life, wondering how they met and what makes it last. If they found the place, would they recognize the face? Something's telling me it might be you. It's telling me it might be you. So many quiet walks to take, so many dreams to wake, and with so much love to make. I think we're gonna need some time. Maybe all we need is time. And it's telling me it might be you. All of my life. I've been saving love songs and lullabies. And there's so much more no one's ever heard before. Something's telling me it might be you. Yeah, it's telling me it must be you. And I'm feeling it'll just be you all of my life. It's you, it's you I've been waiting for all of my life. Maybe it's you I've been waiting for all of my life.
Good morning, Governor. Good morning. I'd like you to meet my father, Delphine. Good morning. Let's get this over with. Where's your
Just take a
proposal?
seat. This is our CFO, Anika Malvar. So she will explain how this merger will work.
So, sir, can we start?
Yes, you may distribute the financial statements.
Good morning, Gov. These are the financial statements of our company. Sir. Before we start our proposal, we want you to open it at page 2 to see our operating cash flows. And it is also in our presentation here, our latest operating cash flows for the last 3 years. During the 2011, 46 million, 2012, 51 million, 2013, 56 million, and we have actually devised our terminal value 756 to consider the unlimited future cash flows of our company. And adding up the operating cash flow, the actual operating cash flow during 2013, 56 million, and our terminal value 756, its total value is 812. This terminal value is accumulated, and we have come up with the 756 million using the discount rate of 8%. So, to finally compute the worth of our company, we have to compute its present value using the discounted cash flow, and as you have requested for us, your discount rate is 16%. And it is written there in our financial report how we computed it. The present value of our company is 597 million. The present values of the operating cash flows for 3 years is 113 million, and the present value of terminal value is 484. To sum it up, it will become 597 million. So, ma'am, given that our company's worth is 597 million, we need to divide it by the outstanding shares of our company, which is 20 million shares. We will get the price of our company, which is 29.87. And when we subtract it by our current selling price, which is 19 pesos per share, we will get our premium, and the percentage of our premium is actually 57.1%. Any objections? I will not accept that. Masyadong mahal. Ms. Elizalde, please elaborate why we will not accept their proposal. Wait, ma'am. Excuse me. I think our calculations are very accurate.
Excuse me, Miss Malvar. Nagpinako ka ba? Why do you even have a growth rate of 8% given the fact that your company is already at the brink of bankruptcy?
Excuse me, nagtisma ako. Why do you think in the first place that your boss is very eager to acquire our company? As far as we are concerned, the mass media has been overreacting about the true position of Miguel Holdings. We may not be able to pay our financial obligations, or we may be able to lose a lot of money lately, but I can assure you that our company is worth it. We deserve it because we have a potential.
Well then, let me show you our computation. So, given the same discount rate of 16%, but this time, our growth rate is only 6% given the fact that your company is already at the brink of bankruptcy. So, instead of 8%, we will use only 6%. Using the discount value of 16%, your company's worth is only 494. You know naman that acquirers like us, Enrique's company was financially conservative.
But sir, we are worth more than that. We are not just any ordinary company.
Okay, stop it. Let's just settle this in a different manner.
So do you have any suggestions, Governor?
Yes. How about a fixed marriage between my unika iha and your Miguel Jr.? In return, babayaran ko lahat ng utang nyo, and I will forgive all your debts due to me. You can still manage the company, but we will have the power of the BOD.
I don't think that's a good
I think that's a good idea. So it settles then. Papakasal natin si Miguel at si Cheska, then we're done.
So I think this meeting is done. We better get going. Nice to meet with you.
Mami, bakit ba sobrang eager mo na i-acquire yung company nila? Knowing na mababankrupt na sila.
Anak, I'm doing this for your own happiness. I want you and Miguel to be back together.
Pero, paano ako magiging masaya kung hindi niya na ako mahal?
Anak, kung talagang mahal mo siya, tutulungan natin yung kumpanya nilang bumawi.
Ano bang mabe-benefit natin dito?
Yung mabe-benefit nito sa company natin is number 1 yung synergies, which is the whole is more than the sum of its parts. For example, yung may dalawang company, isa gumagawa ng lawnmower, yung isa gumagawa ng snowball machines. Yung lawnmower, idle pag summer kasi syempre gagawa sila pag winter. Yung snowball machines naman, gagawa sila kapag summer, so idle sila pag winter. So pag pinagsama natin yung dalawang company na yun, pwede nilang gawin yung production nila sa isang factory. So, malilesen yung cost. Tapos at the same time, pwede rin siyang maka-enhance. Yung second is diversification, which is acquiring other firms which aren't exactly in the same business line. So, magiging under one control lang lahat yon. So, parang magiging mas stable yung company. So, yung third is guaranteed sources and markets. Ito, pwede nating malock yung mga critical supplies na kailangan natin from other companies kapag gagawin natin siya. Tapos yung fourth is acquiring assets cheaply. Kasi instead na bumili tayo ng panibagong asset, pwede natin yun ma-acquire ng mas mura. Kasi kapag yung company, very low siya ngayon, so mas mababa yung book value. So last is yung acquiring assets cheaply. Kasi since, for example, may kailangan tayong asset, since ino-own na natin yung company na yun, pwede nating i-acquire yung asset nila. Tapos if ever may babayaran tayo, repairs and maintenance na lang. So halos wala tayong i-cash out.
Good morning. May sulat po para kay Mr. Miguel.
Ate, ano to? Ano nangyayari?
Our business is already highly leveraged, Miguel. I think it's time na tulungan naman natin si Daddy. There's no other way but to seek help from Governor Enriquez. Pakasalan mo si Cheska. Para sa ganun, iurong nila ang application for bankruptcy ng company natin.
Pero ate, bakit ako? Wala na ba ibang paraan?
I'm sorry, Miguel, pero ito lang yung naiisip ko. Para sa pamilya natin kasi, alam mo naman, di ba, na may sakit si Daddy. Ako, pwedeng mag-abroad na lang ako para matulungan si Daddy.
Ano ba yun? Ano ba yung nakita ko?
Ano ba sa tingin mo?
Paano tayo? Ganito na lang ba to? I deserve an explanation. I deserve an acceptable reason.
Ana, walang tayo. This is a lesson for you not to trust anyone.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something. I look, I stare so deep in your eyes. I touch on you and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you, please don't go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy in love's got me looking so crazy in love. Ha 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 na na.
Miss Veloso, anong plano mo? Itutuloy mo pa ba ang hostile takeover?
Yes, I have to. I need to take over the company. It's the only way I know para makabawi sa kanila lahat, sa lahat ng sakit na ipadama nila sa akin. By hook or by crook, I'll get the rest of this proposal. Sige na, Mr. Vizcaida. Change your clothes and go to that meeting.
Thank you.
Ana, kaya mo to. Magkikita lang naman kayo. Okay ka na, diba? Si Miguel lang yun. Huwag kang kabahan. Umayos ka. Bilhin mo yung company na sa wakas makakabawi ka na.
Any further questions? So, I guess it's settled then.
Service guide, bakit wala ka rin ng boss mo? And why are you even here?
I'm her legal representative, and I was asked to do this since she also has some other meetings to attend to.
Hello, Miss? Okay po. Sige, sabihin ko. Pinapasabi ni Miss na malilate daw siya. Sorry guys, I mixed up with the traffic. So, Mr. Anderson, we meet again. And of course, Miss Enriquez, hi. How can I forget you?
Ana, ikaw ang investor behind this consolidation?
Oh, Mix. So, wala ba dyan yung warm hugs na binibigay ng mag-classmates after na hindi magkita for 2 years? And besides, this is still me.
Miss, let's just get this done and over with, shall we?
Everything is settled, right? Our consultants already arranged and accomplished the due diligence process, and what is still left for us is to see each other.
No! I'm sorry, but let's cancel everything.
So what's the problem, Ms. Enriquez? Your company is at the brink of bankruptcy, and I'm just here giving you the best option an investor can give. Pero ayaw nyo pa rin?
Of course! Galing sa'yo yun. Sa tingin mo ba ganun na lang kadaling kalimutan ang mga nangyari noon?
First of all, I'm just a good businesswoman who's trying to help a friend from losing his company. And secondly, past is past. But in case you forgot, ako ang masasaktan, ako ang iniwan, and alam kong alam mo yun. So don't act as if you're the one in pain for the past 2 years.
Anna, Jessica, stop it. Let's reschedule this meeting.
So ganun? Ako na naman yung mag-iintay? Ako na naman yung walang kasiguraduhan? But it's okay. It's your company anyway. Let it fall during your reign, and I'm sure your family won't forget it.
Jessica, wait. May problema ba tayo?
Ano yun, Migs? Alam mo ba na siya yung investor ni Mami?
Wala akong alam. Kahapon ko lang nalaman nung nakausap ko yung lawyer niya.
So, tinago mo talaga? Ano yun?
Hindi ganun, Jessica.
So, mahal mo na ulit siya? O mahal mo pa rin siya? Kaya ka ba pumayag sa consolidation nito, ha, Migs? Well, guess what? Kinancel ko na lahat.
Ha? Bakit mo ginawa yun?
Well, I'll give you a lot of reasons why. First, synergy. Oo, maganda yun, pero mahirap yun in practice at mahirap din i-implement. Second is diversification. Management diversify through acquisition para i-satisfy yung own interest nila, rather yung interest ng stockholder nila. Next, third is less choice. Kapag nag-merge yung company natin at yung company nila, magkakaroon ng limited choice yung consumer. At syempre, decrease in jobs. Mix, pag in-acquire natin yung company nila, yung mga underperforming na employees natin or segments ng company natin ay mawawala.
Pero syempre, Jessica, kilala mo naman si Ana. Gagawin niya ang lahat para makuha yung gusto niya.
I know! Exactly! Kilala ko siya. Alam kong di lang yung company natin ang gusto niya, kundi pati ikaw.
Ha?
Unbelievable, Migs. Pagod na ako, Migs. Napapagod na ako.
Jessica, wag mong gawin to. Mahal kita at alam mong malaki pa ang utang na loob ng pamilya namin sa inyo.
So yun pa rin yun, Migs? All this time, I was led to believe na mahal mo ko. Na mahal mo na ulit ako. Pero ano? Mahal mo pa rin siya? So ano yung 2 years? Wala lang? Utang na loob lang? Sige na, puntahan mo na siya. I know she can only bring back the smile I took away from you. I'm setting you free, Migs. Goodbye. Thank you for
your love was true, but it's now become a lie. So I'm telling you I love you one last time, and goodbye.
Service line, pwede naman tawagan ang gusto. Okay.
Hello, miss. May pinakasabi po ang reception area. May naiwanan ka daw pong importante. Yes, miss. Sinabi ko ng busy ka. Opo, ikaw daw po talaga personally eh. Kailangan mo daw talaga makuha ang isang eh. Okay, miss. Ayan, sabi ko na, sir. Thank you.
Ana! Wait lang. Samahan mo muna ako.
Marami pa akong gagawin eh.
Saglit lang to, promise.
Wait lang, ano ba ginagawa dito?
Kung na maingay, sumunod ka na lang.
Did you know that this place has been my sanctuary for the last
Feeling ko kasi dito malaya ako. Alam mo ba kung gaano kasakit sa akin na nalaman kong malapit na mabankrupt ang aming kumpanya? Dito ako pumunta nun, hoping to find the same girl who told me I shouldn't follow what society tells me. Pero wala siya. Then naalala ko may mas masakit pa pala nangyari sa akin 2 years ago. Nung pinakawalan ko yung babaeng pinakamamahal ko. Sorry kung hindi ko nasabing mahal kita. Sorry kung nasaktan kita. Every night bumabalik sa isip ko yung huling araw na nandito tayo. But now, not there.
Pero paano yung tanong mo?
I told you I've done the worst thing when I let you go. At wala na akong pakisasabihin ng ibang tao. So why not stick with the person who makes me feel exactly every time?
Sinasabi mo lang ba ito? Kasi ako yung future owner ng company mo.
Sorry to get you feel that way. Sinasabi ko ito sa'yo dahil wala na akong siya. For the past 2 years ng relationship namin, may utang na loob ko para sa kanya at si mama niya lang ang naging sa akin. Ipapakausap nila kaya hindi ko kala sa tapos ng sinasabi. Pero nung suggest ka na yung upusang bumitaw, mas maluwag na yung kamay ko, kaya mas kaya na kitang hawakan. And now, it's time. Ayun ako. Oh, ito mo po ba?
Very good.
morning po. I'm Donovan Vizcaida.
Good morning. Please take your seat. So what can I do for you?
We are here to consult you regarding my client, Ms. Velosa's plan to take over Miguel Holdings.
Miguel Holdings. Wait for a second. I'll just look for it. So you're the daughter of Miguel Sr.?
Yes, ma'am.
So Miss Raya, here is an outline of, as I can see, the problem in your company. I think your company is already at the brink of bankruptcy, so there has been a business failure. When I say business failure, there are two kinds. We have the economical and the commercial failure. When I say economical, it means that you are unable to provide inadequate return to your owners or to your stockholders. Does this happen very often to your company?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, the second kind is the commercial. So, in this kind, you cannot pay off your long-term debts. Your debts, either short-term or long-term. Does this happen as well? I can say that your company is legally insolvent since your liabilities is already greater than your assets. This constitutes commercial failure, which equals to economic failure. Since yun nga, you cannot pay off your debts, therefore, you cannot give an adequate return or yung growth sa inyong mga shareholders. Since this is currently happening in your company, meron bang mga creditors na gusto na mag-take over isa-isa sa mga personal assets ng corporation?
Yes.
So, in this case, I can say that you must file a bankruptcy, which is a legal proceeding designed to preclude this situation. Kapag nag-file ka ng bankruptcy, the court will protect your corporation from lawsuits by your creditors. At the same time, it will determine whether your company should continue or you must close it down for good. If the court sees that your company is more of a going concern, they will assign a receiver for your company, which will reorganize and includes restructuring of your debts. There are some bankruptcy procedures. We have voluntary procedure and we have involuntary. Under voluntary, kayo mismo ng company nyo yung magpa-file ng bankruptcy. Meanwhile, kapag involuntary, yung creditors nyo yung magpa-file ng bankruptcy. I think wala pa namang nagpa-file ng mga creditors nyo, di ba? So, mas maganda siguro kung maunahan nyo na sila since in both ways, maprotektahan pa rin yung assets nyo, pero mas maganda pa rin kung manggagaling sa inyo yon. So, under the bankruptcy procedure, you may choose if you want to restructure your debt or to reorganize. Do you know anything about debt restructuring?
Yes. I have tried debt restructuring before with Governor Enriquez. However, she actually did not accept my proposal to her, which was to convert the debt that our company owes to their company, to convert it to equity or to common shares. So that kind of debt restructuring goes like this. So an example of a debt to equity kind of debt restructuring would be, for example, our company owes 6 million pesos to our creditors and it pays an interest of 10%. And for the year, we have an EBIT of 400,000 pesos. So the interest would be 10% of 6 million. That would be 600,000. So the earnings before interest and taxes wouldn't be sufficient to pay for the interest. So could ask our willing creditors to convert 3 million worth of debt to equity so that the interest would be 300,000. With that, the 400,000 EBIT would now be sufficient to pay for the interest. And then we would have an earnings before taxes of 100 pesos.
Pero Ms. Aguado, kailangan din natin i-take note yung corporate tax natin, which is 70%. So, yung earnings before tax nyo na 100,000, we must deduct 30,000. So, you will get 70,000 as your net income. Then, we have to add back the depreciation, 200,000. And then, we have the principal payment for all your debts, which is 100,000. So, you will get cash flow of 800,000. All in all. Okay na ba yan? Okay, so yung second procedure would be the reorganization. Reorganization, it is a business plan under which the firm can continue to operate and pay off all its debt. Next, we have liquidation. Kapag liquidation naman, you have to sell off all your firm's asset and use the proceeds to pay the debt. So, kapag nag-undergo na kayo ng liquidation, ibig sabihin, close na talaga yung business nyo. Wala na talagang pag-asa. Kapag nag-liquidation kayo, the court will appoint a trustee who will be in charge of the whole liquidation process. As for the priorities of claims, since alam nyo naman na kapag nagbenta kayo ng asset, hindi nyo naman siya makukuha ng as-is na presyo niya. Either mas mababa or mas mataas. Pero meron tayong priorities na according sa ating law, kailangan nating sundin. First, you have to pay all the administrative expenses that were incurred due to the bankruptcy proceeding. Second, certain business expenses which are incurred after the filing of bankruptcy. Next, we have the certain unpaid wages since under the law, you must pay your employees. Then we have certain unpaid contribution to employee benefit plans. Then for the fifth one, you have certain customer deposits rather. Next is the unpaid taxes to the government. Then we have your unsecured debt. Second to the last would be the preferred shares. Then kung may matira man, kukunin na yun ng common stockholders nyo. So as per you, Mr. Vizcaida, since sabi mo nga nagpaplano yung client mo na si Ms. Veloso ng isang takeover sa company ni na Ms. Raya, I can offer you an LBO or a leverage buyout. Pero, an LBO, it is when a publicly held company like the Miguel Holdings, i-acquire nyo yung stock nila by a group of investors which is your client's company through a negotiated deal or a tender offer. So, kapag nangyari yung leverage buyout, yung company ni na Ms. Anderson, hindi na sila magiging publicly traded. So, magiging private company na kayo. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. So, sa leverage buyout, I think you should note this, Mr. Vizcaida, and consider this for your client. LBO tends to be risky because of the high debt burden that is placed in your firm. Kasi nga, for example, your firm has liabilities and equity section has a total of 100, which constitutes 95% of it to your equity. Kapag binili nyo yung company ni na Ms. Anderson, syempre manghihiram kayo sa outside party. So, let us say na since 95% yung equity nyo, 5% lang yung debt nyo. So, that constitutes, let us say, 5. So, kung manghihiram kayo ng 80 from outside creditors, so kailangan nyo rin silang bayaran ng interest. So, lalaki naman yung portion ng debt section nyo para sa liabilities and equity nyo. And that will constitute a higher interest payment for your outside creditors. Technically, there's no change in the generation of money kasi wala naman talagang problema sa operation nyo. Pero, yung magiging burden para kay Ms. Veloso would be the interest payment. Since mas malaki nga, from the usual 5, magiging 85 siya kasi magdadagdagan pa ng 80 na interest payment na gagamitin yung pambili sa company nila Ms. Anderson. So, an LBO, it is technically a takeover and not a merger, kagaya ng sinasabi mo kanina na yung gusto ng client mo ng takeover. Kasi hindi nyo naman i-merge yung company nyo. So, kukunin mo yung company nila. So, it is a takeover. Pero, there are certain things also that you should remember. Maaari ding magkaroon ng proxy fights among your shareholders. Proxy is a legal document wherein, as you can see here, it gives one person the right to act for another on certain issues. Proxy is when the management asks the shareholders for their proxies to vote for their bet on the BOD. Kakaroon lang naman ng proxy fight when there are more than one group simultaneously asking for the shareholders for their vote for the election of the BOD. Next would be, as you can see, when the dissident group wins, there will be a takeover. Though there is no actual change in ownership, meron ng takeover na magbabago na yung magmamanage ng company. So, a case when the dissident group wins is that pwedeng magkaroon ng divestiture. Unlike an acquisition, as you can see here, divestiture is the opposite of acquisition, wherein a certain line of a particular operation in your company will be cut off. So, as I can see in here, in your profile, you have food and then the real estate.
Yes.
So, as you can see, hindi sila magkalay. Pwedeng sabihin ng current management na tanggalin yung isang line of business nyo. It might be real estate since medyo matagal yung turnover ng pera doon sa line of business na yon. So, there are certain reasons bakit magkakaroon ng divestiture, either for cash, strategic fit, or yun nga, poor performance ng mismong line of business. For cash, since there's a urgent need for cash, then we have the strategic fit. As you can see here, pwedeng idahilan ito sa inyo since nga hindi naman fit yung food and then yung real estate. And lastly, yung poor performance nga, as what I have mentioned, maaaring mabagal nga yung turnover ng pera sa company ninyo. There may be methods of divesting. First is the sale, the spin-off, and the liquidation. Sale would be, it is when your operation will be sold to another company. Be it noted that it is just an operation line, so hindi naman yung buong company nyo. Then we have the spin-off, which I think is a good option for your company. As you can see in here, sa spin-off, madidivide lang into two corporations yung dalawang line of business nyo. You will have the food and then the real estate. Kapag ganon, magiging pareho yung shareholders ng food and then ng real estate. Pero, as you know, as a lawyer, bawal sa ating law na pareho yung shareholder sa isang corporation din sa isa pa. So, this will not be a problem since on the long-term period naman, magbabago yung mga stockholders ng real estate or ng food. So, magkakaroon na siya ng variation kahit pa paano. Then lastly, in the worst case scenario would be the liquidation. So, mag-close down. Hopefully, hindi naman aabot sa ganitong situation yung balak ng leverage buyout sa company ni Ms. Anderson. So, if you're asking me if you want to pursue with your plans, I can say na it is a good idea to push it. Pero, you should get Ms. Anderson's company at its most reasonable price and you must consult also your shareholders regarding this. Since ayaw din naman ninyo na mawalan kayo ng shareholders or mabawasan yung number of shareholders ninyo. And yun nga, yung kagaya na sinabi natin kanina, ayaw nyo rin namang mangyari yung proxy fight. So kung gusto mo, pwede ka na mag-suggest agad kay Ms. Veloso, your client, ng mga solusyon sa maaaring problema na ibinigay ko nga sa inyo kanina. So yun, that will be all. So you may want to check this out. You can keep this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.